What is up, guys? I wanted to finally bring you a video that has been requested several times by many people, which is how to max out weapons so quickly. And basically I'm here to tell you that there are no secrets, but hopefully I can give you a few tips throughout this video, especially for newer players. I'm sure the seasoned players already know this stuff, so if you've been playing quite a while now, if you're level 40, you probably don't need to watch this, but wanted to throw this out there since several people have mentioned it now, and it is long overdue. So let's get into it. First, let's look at our challenges. We got straight flush 2. I've never completed that, so let's not worry about that. And then we got these challenges with the infinity sign next to them. So aim for the head 3, get 15 headshot awards in the same match. We're definitely going to go for that every time we do training. Safe in the distance 3, get 9 marksman headshot awards in the same match. You can definitely go for that every time you do training. And a marksman headshot reward, or marksman headshot, is just from a certain distance. I don't know the exact parameters. I don't think anybody really does. I guess you could test it out, but you'll figure it out as you play the game, but it does have to be a pretty far distance away. So it does depend on the weapon you use. And then we got defeat the Titans. That you can only get if the Mastodon shows up, but if he does, it should be very easy to get. Eliminate 5 elite enemies in the same match. Just kill them 5 times over and over. Explosive temper 3. I don't honestly understand how this game expects you to complete that. That should be worth like 1,500 gold, not 15 gold. That's literally impossible. Then we got reaching the limits 4, and I think in one of my recent videos it said 25 is the absolute benchmark for training. And that's basically because reaching the limits 4 is 25 kills. If you're not getting reaching the limits 4 every single training match, you really need to focus on your weapons, get a better weapon, or maybe work on your skill. Maybe it's your skill if you're not hitting 25 kills, but you should at least hit 25 kills every single training match. And then we got seek and destroy, last one in the skill tab. That is kill the same enemy 6 times in the same match, and you usually get that when you get reaching the limits. They often come around the same time, within a few kills of each other, at least from my experience. And there's really no reason. So that's 20,000 right there, are your bare minimum for each training match that you do. You should absolutely be getting both of these right here. So that's 20,000, potentially 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. So if you do your absolute best and the Mastodon shows up, you can get 50,000 cash from this skill tab here. Then I just want to jump over to daily real quick. You have use 15 energy units in the training mode. That's only, all these are going to be worth 1,000 cash, so there's really no point in even mentioning it. But that's just another 1,000 cash, whatever. But you should absolutely do your daily challenges all day because you get your 20 gold, obviously. Since I started in December 2015, I've probably missed 5 days total of completing daily training. So you really, if you don't want to spend a lot of money, you really have to maximize just logging in every day. I don't maximize the potential. This game does allow you to play for free. I've spent $30 up to this point, and I'm happy with my inventory. I've built tons of weapons. I'm still building tons of weapons, and I can compete with the best of them. I can compete with people who've spent $10,000. I can compete with people who've glitched the heck out of the game. I can compete with anybody. So just, there's certain things that they offer that you should absolutely take advantage of. You should absolutely do your daily training every day. And then lastly, we got the training challenges. And this is where it comes down to the weapon you bring into training. You see we have Assault Weapons Expert. So every 300 kills you get another 10,000. Then we have Handgun Weapons Expert. Same thing, 300 kills, 10,000. Then we have that for Precision Weapons, Launcher Weapons. And then we have the Headhunter Challenges, which is 40 Headshot and or Marksman Headshot awards. And we have that for Assault, Handgun, and Precision. So, ultimately, you absolutely want to farm with an Assault Rifle or a Sniper Rifle. Absolutely every single time. I know some people like to farm with LMGs. That's not going to maximize your rewards regardless of what your argument is, what you say. You absolutely should have an Assault Rifle or certain precision class weapons, and I'll get into weapons in a second. And then for your secondary in training, I would highly recommend the KG-18. That's because that weapon has 700 portability. It's going to be your fastest, so you can run to the spots you need to run to in the least amount of time. And if you get a few kills with that along the way, that's eventually going to add up. You see I'm at 296 out of 300. So just 4 more kills, and that's an extra 10,000 right there. And obviously, I mean, if you really need a launcher, I guess, since there's this challenge, but I would absolutely recommend the handgun over the launcher for training. And what else do we got? We got 2 more. We got 4 of a kind. Get the multi-kill award 20 times. Don't worry about that one. If it comes, just take the 10,000 and question how you got it. That one seems just really weird. I don't know. It doesn't pop up that often for me, but some people have said that it's buggy. Some people have said it's not, said it's hard to do. I don't know. So don't worry about that challenge, but if you get it, it's an extra 10,000. And then we have Aiming High 5, which is kill 50 elite enemies. So when the Mastodon does show up, there's that challenge in the skill tab to kill him 5 times in the same match. And so if you have 10 matches with the Mastodon, that'll be 50 kills, right? I've noticed when the Mastodon is in play, I usually get them 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 times, as long as I'm focused and playing well. I mean, occasionally I'll have a bad training match and, barely get 10,000 or 20,000 in rewards. It does happen, but those are your challenges. So if you have your absolute best match, you can get 50,000 in the skill area. And then let's say you're using an assault rifle and a handgun as your secondary, you can get an extra 10, 20, 30, 40. So that's 90,000 potentially. And then let's just skip 4 of a kind and say you get aiming high eventually. Potentially 90,000 a match. Obviously, these challenges are going to take longer. So your absolute best, 50,000 on the skill tab. Then these just kind of come over time, but they do make a huge difference. And here, obviously, you're not going to get 50,000 every time. So overall, I would say average 40 to 60,000 in rewards, and then you just do training over and over and over again, and you build up your cash, this lovely cash, and then I'll get into buying weapons. But let's do a training match real quick. As an example, I just pulled this 6-star SSV9 Delta. Great weapon to farm with. I've been loving it. Kind of reminds me of a far end that you can only use while scoped in. It's pretty interesting, but this is one of my farming setups. I could probably actually use a little bit more protection. I'm going to try this. Never done it before. Lowers my portability a bit, but I keep getting blown up by a couple grenades, so maybe this will help a little bit. But we will see how this goes. I got my 6-star KG-18 Chrome. Once again, the 700 portability is going to get you to your spot as quick as possible so you can get kills with your primary, because that's what you want to focus on. And then some people like to use med kits. See, I got 240 there. I've never really touched them. Obviously no sense in using spotters. You could use frags if you want. Ballistic knife, you might want to throw 1 or 2 of those out there, but I don't really use gadgets at all in farming, so I just keep my concussions or stuns equipped because that's what I like to use in multiplayer. And let's do a quick training match. I'll show you the SSV9 Delta. I'll point out the spot that I farm from, and we'll see if we can get any rewards. Hopefully I don't mess this up and make myself look like a fool. So you see we're on the other side of the map from where we want to be. This is where our KG-18 is going to come in. We're moving very slow with this headgear on compared to what I'm used to. But this is where I like to farm from, over here. As I mess it up because I'm looking at the ground. Beautiful. I don't think I'll actually farm this match. I just want to show you guys some things. So here's another spot. And now, here's a good tip. I mentioned it recently in one of my other videos. If you're not where you want to be, just put your head down and run over to where you want to go. It's a little weird navigating, but look at that. I just ran across the whole map right up the middle, completely untouched. So you can get where you want to go, just don't engage people along the way. But like I said, you can, throw a few handgun kills in there, get those challenges, the handgun expert and headhunter challenges. But here's a good spot if you have a weapon with range. Obviously, scope will be a lot better. Get guys down in this area. You can move left and right a little bit. You have to watch out. People can shoot you through the stairs here. And oftentimes they're just shooting down here. Notice how no one's engaging me because I'm not shooting anyone. Great. It's, something great to know. Great to realize. You might not realize that. I'm about to get blown up though. But you got to be careful. People do sneak up on your left here and there, just like that. And they often throw grenades. That's why I threw this grenade protection helmet on. See, there's a grenade. See, it does a good amount of damage. The grenade protection definitely helps. And that's where some people like to use med kits in a situation like that to stay alive, because ultimately you want to stay alive. It's going to take you a lot more time to die and respawn and run back to your spot than it is to, say, just stand against the wall for a few seconds and recover your health. So there's that spot under the stairs, and then this is another great spot. You just kind of sit here. You can go against this thing. You can move out a little bit. You have to be careful. They can spawn behind you, or they can shoot you above from that platform. But those are great spots. Those are my only go-to farming spots. I know there's several other spots that people have mentioned, like close quarters camp. Some people go there, and I've tried it a couple times. Hasn't worked for me. Most of the people who like that spot in close quarters use an LMG. Like I said, do not farm with an LMG. Just my opinion. Obviously, everything I'm saying in this video is completely my opinion, but I mean, not, humble brag, but I think I've done pretty well for myself so far. Let's see what I want to get into next. We'll go over weapon choices real quick. So secondary, I would go KG-18. A nice shotgun like the 6-star Hydra is a great option to get to your spot quickly. If you have a Hydra, if you've seen Hydra gameplay, I got Hydra gameplay out on my channel. You know that it is easily a one-shot kill if you aim well and you're in close enough range. This guy should take his finger off the trigger, but gonna shoot somebody. it's a decent weapon for running to your spot because you can just take guys out along the way with one quick shot. If someone sneaks up on you, you can pull it out, get them in one quick shot. But that said, you're not going to get those extra handgun, expert, and headhunter challenges. So something to keep in mind. It's not a bad option if you want to switch a pace, but I would absolutely recommend a KG-18 any day. Launchers, like I said, you can't get headshots. Well, you probably can get headshots with the launcher, but there is no challenge for that. But there is the 300 kill challenge with the launcher, but the reload is too slow on launchers that it's really not worth bringing any into training. It's just you're gonna get 1, 2, 3 kills in the time that it takes you to get 10, 15 kills with primary assault or SSV9 or RS300. And so if you don't have a KG-18, the last one is the MFX9. It's got 660 portability, so 40 points less than the KG-18, which is going to make a difference. You're going to run a little slower, but it's not a bad option for a handgun. It'll get you to your spot quickly enough, but overall, keep your KG-18 secondary. And let's talk primaries real quick. So as far as precision class weapons go, the SSV9 is going to be a very good option, which I just luckily found out today. I just pulled this today a couple hours ago. RS300 is going to be a decent option. The 4-star veteran was pretty good. I have that video on my channel. The 5-star will only be better. The veteran is better than the chrome, but the chrome, you see I haven't even touched this yet, 0% XP. But a 6-star chrome should definitely be able to farm decently enough. The only thing with the RS300 is it just bounces around a lot, so it kind of gets annoying in the long run. You saw the SSV9 maybe, I didn't do too much in my training match, but the SSV9 does not really bounce around, so it's a lot better to farm with. Let's see what else we got. There's LMGs. I'm just not going to touch LMGs. Please just don't farm with an LMG, just my opinion. The Shamrock A500, great option, definitely a great option. That boost, an extra 5% of the bullets will always go right on target. That can make a huge difference. This weapon can pull off a lot of headshots. Range is no problem. It's got good rate of fire. It's got good accuracy. I mean, the whole 9 yards, whatever. Great option for farming. Your SMGs, stay away from those. Your primary shotguns, stay away from those. Far end can be a decent option. You have to be used to the far end. You have to have some far end skill, not to sound like I'm anything special, because I'm not. But you have to adjust to the far end and learn how to use it to be able to farm with it. Definitely don't farm with an UNC. KPK, a lot of people farm with KPK. Once again, I'm not going to touch the LMGs. This is a decent farm tool. Scoped in is a lot better. I have a full review for this weapon coming up now that it's maxed out. It is a pretty good farm weapon. All in all, I would take my Shamrock A500 as probably my favorite choice, and if there's anything else, it's this guy right here. This thing is a beast at 5 stars. The reload is quick, which does make a huge difference. Reload is going to help you a lot, and I can definitely pull off some great farming matches, oftentimes better than my 6-star Shamrock A500 with this little guy right here. And so I know Shamrock A500, I know Atom, CQR are special edition weapons. If you didn't get them when they came out, you missed out. If they bring them back in the future, maybe you can get them. But so overall, I mean, with the special editions, it applies to the regular editions as well. And so I said Shamrock A500 is a great option, but if you don't have that, build a 6-star A500, build a 5 or 6-star regular CQR 2000 Charlie. Obviously the special editions are going to be better, but Those are great weapons as well. If you have questions on weapons, I could go on for days and days about every single weapon in this game. We're already at 20 minutes on this video. It's going to take forever to upload this. It's going to be painful. If you have questions about weapons, leave them in the comments below. I can answer. I respond to every single comment. I love hearing from you guys, and just let me know. But let's see, real quick, I guess I'll just touch on gear and then show the weapons upgrading. So gear, Foxtrot pants, I just leave these on for the most part. They don't have the highest portability, but they do have decent defense at 2800. PMC mountain pants, a little more portability. Even if you're not using an LMG, these are a great option, and they still have 2500 portability. And none of the bots in training use stun gadgets. There is stopping power though if you're trying to run to your spot, and like Cortez with his, I think the M349, if he's shooting you, you are going to slow down, which might get you killed more easily. Obviously that makes sense, right? So Foxtrot pants are not bad. There's also the assault pants if you don't have those, or the Delta pants if you don't have the assault pants. Overall, portability is very similar on all three of those options. Just the defense goes up a bit as you go up in stars. But that should do it for pants. Light urban pants are not a bad option. I do not have the light urban pants yet. Still hoping for a pair of those. Not even hoping. I don't know that I'd even wear them that much. I'm not really an SMG player, and I think they're really an SMG pant, so I'm not worried about the light urban pants, but it could be a decent option if you really want, to run to your spot quick. But I would recommend Foxtrot pants or PMC mountain pants. Most likely Foxtrot pants to ignore that stopping power if that LMG hits you when you're trying to run to your spot. And then for vests, I'm not going to go into 5-star vests. For 5-star, pick what you want, but as far as 6-star vests go, you got your main three right here. You got your PMC mountain vest, you got your Foxtrot vest, and you got your light urban vest. So for the most part, I would say light urban vest for the portability. You see it's a lot higher than the Foxtrot and 60 points higher than the PMC mountain vest. So overall, that's going to get you to your spot running very quickly. And you want to get to the spot that you want to farm from very quick, as soon as possible, obviously, to maximize your potential to get kills with your primary, blah blah blah, right? So Foxtrot vest is just going to be too slow, in my opinion. It's just going to take way too long to run to your spot. If I had this on, I would absolutely take off the headgear. It's just going to be way too slow. I mean, it's almost a joke that they put it at 757 portability. I mean, that's it's got to be at least 780, maybe 800 even. That could really use a change. I mean, I don't know anybody who uses the Foxtrot vest in multiplayer. It's just so slow. But it does have the highest base protection, and it's got plus 25% LMG protection, so you're doing a heck of a lot LMG protection, but that shouldn't really be an issue. The PMC mountain vest is a great option. This is my favorite vest of all time, looks wise as well as performance wise. You got 60 less portability, but it actually does have more assault protection if the 20% is based off of the 4233. Compared to the light urban vest, this actually gives you more assault protection, and it also gives you some LMG protection. So obviously it's balanced out with the lower portability, but this is just an incredible vest. I'm so in love with this thing. Still so happy I pulled this. It's little things like that keep me enjoying this game, but overall, I would rather run to my spot quicker than take that extra protection. If you're dying an absolute lot, maybe go for this, but I know a lot of people don't have all these 6-star vests. Figure it out. There's a lot of 5-star, 4-star vests that are basically lower tiers of these vests here. So, you know, like light urban vest, I think there's like light jungle vest at 5-star, light combat vest at 4-star. Maybe I got those mixed up, but it's something like that. So, you know, just use your star equivalent. You get the point. Once again, I could go on for days and days. Probably most people have clicked away from this video by now. But as for headgear, once again, no headgear is going to get you to your spot very quick, but you're not going to have a lot of protection. You got your Elite Ops helmet, don't worry about the wool cap. Grenade protection on the helmet, Black Ops helmet, grenade protection. A lot of people like wearing the Bowman headsets if they're setting up with a portable setup. Not really a point for that. I'm going to wear the Mastodon helmet for grenade protection. Obviously, if you have the Wasted Mastodon or Urban Mastodon helmet, it's only going to get better from there, or from here, I should say. And what else do we got? If you farm with LMG, you know, maybe you can use these guys, but like I said, please don't farm with LMG. It's kind of a waste of time. If you're dying a lot, this is a great option. Extra assault protection, it really does make a difference. If you're getting taken out by a lot of assaults in training, maybe give that a try. Once again, there are lower tier equivalents that I don't have here. Like the assault helmet is a 5-star, Delta helmet is a 4-star. And then lastly, we got the mountain comm system. This does make a huge difference. Plus 25% faster access to scopes. Don't worry about LMG. You shouldn't be farming with LMG. But the assault, faster access to scopes on assault weapons makes an absolute huge difference. Maybe I'll post some gameplay with this coming up, but I mean, there's just so many, you know, video ideas that I could keep doing, and we're already at 25 minutes, 26 minutes. Like I said, I could go on for days and days. If you use a controller, this is an absolute, you know, godsend item. I mean, this thing is really nice with a controller. With the touchscreen, I don't think it's that crazy special, so I usually don't wear that. If I do wear that, it's just for looks more than anything. I think it really does look great. That's pretty legit right there. But I'll leave this on, a little extra grenade protection, even though it does make us move a bit slower. So that's basically farming 101, how to maximize weapons, maximize the cash that you earn. And then real quick, I'll just show you how I power up weapons. So powering up weapons, you go to power up, fusion, power up, whatever. Tap in the center to pick the weapon that you're going to power up. And you see we go to recent here. And recent is going to be sorted by the weapons that you got last or the weapons that you upgraded last. So like these are in the order that I got them. I got this MK L11A9 after I got this SSV9 Delta. Even though this is at level 4, it's below the level 1 MK. That's because I got this to level 4 just by playing with it. I haven't upgraded it with a weapon, but you know, you see we scroll down. As soon as you apply a weapon as an upgrade to another weapon, it'll jump to the top. Like you see the Nox K Patriot at level 20, working on maxing this thing out next. That is the highest weapon other than these 1, 2, 3-star weapons. That is the highest weapon because it's the last one that I upgraded. So usually if you want to be really efficient, well, I was going to say equip the weapon that you're upgrading. It's not necessarily the best because for the Nox K, for example, like I wouldn't farm with this, but you're basically just going to run through here. I mean, this, like I said, there's no secrets. I'm not doing anything special. You literally just do that. You power up. Obviously, I don't have coins right now, so I'm gonna hit no. But then you would do that, and then after you did that, it would jump back to the screen, and then the Nox K would be all the way at the top. So you'd be looking at something like this, and then you just, you know, get the weapons under it, and you know that it's really as straightforward as that. And then as far as weapon slots go, I have 206. I always keep my inventory completely full. The reason being, when you get a crate at the end of a match, it doesn't open right away. It just gets sent to your inbox, and so that allows you to jump into another match as quick as possible. You don't have to wait for that weapon to open before you can jump into another match, and it really does make a difference if you're playing with friends and trying to stay in the same server, same game, same lobby. It really does make a difference. So that's why I keep my inventory always full. But obviously you can just keep buying slots. I think it's the same price every time to keep expanding by 5 slots. So if you do just buy a ton of slots, you can buy, X number of $4,000 crates. And also, just another tip, if you do have a Bluetooth controller, probably the only thing that the Bluetooth controller is really good at in Afterpulse is buying crates. You can just sit here and tap like the X or A button, whatever it is, and literally just buy crate after crate after crate and just keep tapping that button, and it goes so quick buying crates. It's really nice, actually. I'll videos that eventually, but that does it for buying crates and powering up weapons, weapon choices, gear loadouts, farming spots. That's really it. What else? With the energy, I usually just, obviously I start at 30 as a level 40 player and do a farming match. That's obviously 6 matches total, but sometimes you get like +2 energy at the end of a match. So then, you usually get more than 6 before your energy runs out. If you want to keep playing, once your energy runs out, jump into a multiplayer match, or I like to spend all my cash. I do a training match, so my energy is refilling, and in this time it's refilling, I spend my cash, level up my weapons, then I go back to train, then I spend my cash, level up my weapons, then I go back to train, spend my cash, level up my weapons, and eventually I run out of energy and I run out of cash. Like, I'm only at 2,000 right now, and at that point I either put the game down, take a break, do something else, or I jump into multiplayer, get some multiplayer in. But I think that'll do it. I don't think I've ever talked so much in my life. If you watch this whole video, I really seriously appreciate it. I don't know, I was thinking of something special. Maybe you could say in the comments, let me know you're watching the whole thing. Just let me know in the comments below. Just say, I watched the whole thing, nice video. Something like that. Obviously I just sat here and talked into a microphone for 33 minutes, so that should really do it. I'm sure as soon as I finish this, there's going to be something that I left out. But like I said, there really is no secrets here. It's really just grinding day in, day out. Do your daily challenges, do training, and there's just ways to be more efficient with it. Hopefully I shed some light on those topics, those options, and hopefully this helps you out. It's been very highly requested by multiple people. How do I maximize weapons so quick? And the answer is, I really don't. I just grind and grind day in, day out. And the truth is, I spend a lot of time playing. I really do. It's either time or money. You got to spend a lot of time playing this game, or you got to dump a lot of money into it to build your inventory and get what you want. So, that really does it for me. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I can't believe we're about to hit 200 subs, getting real close to that. Very happy about that, very excited to keep growing. And as always, I will catch you on the next video.